How are you feeling?
Hanging in.
Yeah.
Genuinely the definition of it. They ask you how you're doing and you have to just say the truth. But then Danny Shakowski says she'll be missing this week because they still don't know the diagnosis of her injury. And then they also go ahead and say that Troy Yearwood is out with the man flu. I think Troy Yearwood actually got a case of I got cooked by Gunther last week and now I don't want to come into school.
Show me that.
Big f***ing deal.
They're blessings. You focus on your match, so you get my blessing today, okay?
I'm down 2 of my future greats.
Stop looking at me like that. I told you I'm a new man now. I'm a new man.
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
Nick Aldis deserved that RKO.
We scored our first point. I congratulated Xena.
How can you not love Xena Sterling? What a talent, I'm telling you. But Drake, I'm telling you right now, if you don't take your hands off her, I'm about to strike a chord and it ain't gonna be A minor, it's gonna be that ACF. But anyway, Bubba is happy because he finally got a point last week.
They're all taking baby steps forward, and that's all you can ask. I care about the 4 of you and whether or not you can take steps forward and move on and become what you want to become.
I'll be honest, that was kind of cute. I think I'm starting to come around a lot on Team Bubba. I also found out that this series is going for 15 episodes, so it's not entirely impossible that Team Bubba could go ahead and pull a comeback. I mean, they've got a long way to go, but it's not entirely impossible.
Booker walks right up to me, goes,
Push up contest.
okay.
You ready? You ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Now, for those of you who may just be joining us here on LFG, to which I'd go ahead and say binge the whole playlist, the fuck. But if you are, my goodness, Booker T last episode was like prime Michael Corleone.
Come on, man, let's take care of this business. Let's take care of your family. Take care of your wife and your kids, you feel me?
Now he's out here calling out future greats for push-up contests?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Okay, I like that.
I feel good. I'm finna blow this kid out. I'm finna make him look bad in front of everybody.
Now, Booker, I don't want to be that guy, but bad form, dude. Like, you're really burning your tries there, but also your range of motion is terrible.
Johnny, you lost.
Look, I lost. I'm a man of my word. I'll do 50 push-ups. Here we go. Ready?
Here we go. 50 again.
Booker gets to about 48 and then feels a twinge in his shoulder.
And I got to like 48 and I felt a little twinge. I don't know. Something about the kid. I like him.
Now, I was torn watching this because on one hand, my love for Booker T, but my equal dislike for Chris Island. Like, do I have to tolerate him now? He's got the Booker man's approval. I can't argue with that. Shawn Michaels then comes in and asks the legends if the competition ended here at the midway point, who would be your winner? And of course, ball-knowing Dudley goes ahead and says,
Xena.
I heard it and I was like, oh, really? Like, I don't know, it was kind of a shock to me.
By the way, you can get 15% off Fire Wrestling merch on Blacksmith Apparel with the discount code DDJ15. They have a ton of unique wrestling merch from the likes of Will Ospreay and Kurt Angle. From jackets to jerseys, t-shirts, and more, use DDJ15 for 15% off today. Booker T then, of course, goes with his guy Jasper Troy, and Jasper says being chosen at the halfway point is cool, but I'm trying to be a future legend, so he ain't slowing down now.
I'm up to go with the monster, baby.
If I had to pick one today, I'm going with Chris.
There you go, Chris.
Yeah.
Now, everything about the way Mickey chose her favorite there is insane. Poor Danny was like, oh my god, is it me? And then Mickey's like, Chris Island. And Danny's like, oh, I knew that. It's kind of like when you're in public and someone's waving in your direction and you're like, hi. And they're actually waving at someone behind you and you're like, oh.
All right, Tig. Comes down to you. You had to pick one on your team.
What the? Sorry.
Team Booker T once again playing mind games with Chris Island, who is probably going to get whacked with a fistful of gabagool next week.
I'm not going to give them the pat on the back to say that they're leading. I need everybody to step up and let's bring this thing home. So
when he gave the answer that he did, I knew right away that is one of the reasons why I chose him as a coach.
Oh yeah, and the American Badass is like, y'all haven't earned my respect enough yet. Keep working the circuit, brother, or one of you is being replaced by my wife. Shawn then says today is all about signature moves. You can't have Taker without the tombstone, and you can't have Shawn Michaels without sweet chin music. And then in comes another man to teach them all about it, who has a pretty iconic finisher of his own, DDP.
WWE Hall of Famer, Diamond Dallas Page. Hey. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Appreciate it.
DDP is all like, I didn't even start training until I was 35, and I didn't even go viral, as your motherfuckers like to say, until I was 40 years old. Okay, maybe he didn't say that. And Booker T from the back is like, damn, as him and Jasper scurry away. He challenges everyone to create their best finishing move, one that's going to get the crowd invested, one that's able to be hit from anywhere like an RKO, or the predecessor, the Diamond Cutter.
If you're with me on that, say aye. Aye. That was kind of lame. If you're with me on that, say aye. Aye. All right, then. Let's go.
I'm so serious when I say I think they're being paid commission every time they say let's fucking go. We then see the future greats workshopping their finisher ideas.
On 3, just jump, okay? And then just let me spin it.
Dead weight.
1, 2, 3, jump. Boom, and then right there would be the knee.
And Serena Linton is out for redemption because she had a not so glamorous debut.
I want to have a match tonight because I want just another opportunity to show what I'm capable of, because I feel like I needed redemption from my debut.
Oh. Okay, when you feel the impact, take a bump, okay? Take a bump.
I got you.
Between that bump.
He's cooking here.
Today in Bubba's class, we're going to learn how to do the fist poke of doom. Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff are probably nearby. I give LFG a matter of months before it's cancelled and bought by gladiators.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Boom, and leave your arm straight. That's it.
Cutler James's idea of a finisher was an uppercut called the Uppercutler. I'm a sucker for a good pun. You got my approval, damn.
Basically a tiger feint into spinning roundhouse.
Meanwhile, Lee Laurel's idea of a finisher is actually pretty fire, but all the legends are kind of like, that's gonna be a little too complicated.
We ended up doing a power slam. I was like, well, come from powerlifting, I gotta start using these legs eventually.
I can't say anything. I'm a new man. I told you all this. I can't say it.
Could hit someone with like a keyboard and then do like a reverse DDT on it and call it the DDIT, like IT department.
And here tonight on the latest episode of The Big Bang Theory, Chris Island then goes into detail about what his finisher is and what it means to him.
KJP, which is Cal Jack's Promise. I'm actually wearing a Cal Jack shirt right now. Clayton was a Division I All-American. From a young age, he introduced me to pro wrestling, so I just wanted to do his finisher as my signature.
And then Serena goes ahead and asks Molly Holly if she could use the Molly go-round, and she asks for permission.
Just thinking about our signature move, I would love to try the go-round. I obviously wanted to get permission from you to see and what you thought about it.
I was fortunate enough to have the beautiful and talented Michelle McCool. She was really helpful for me. She really has a way of connecting with the female talent.
Come on, man. How am I not supposed to make the
My wife, Michelle. What kind of is this? Since when you start bringing your wife to help you coach? What kind of coach is that?
Booker, that's not just Taker's wife. That's the inaugural Divas champion. That's the soon-to-be Hall of Famer. Then Anthony Luke goes ahead and says his finisher is the lights, camera, action.
I call it LCA, lights, camera, action, because they call me Showtime.
That's a tombstone. If you were to fall down with her, her head is the first thing between you and the mat. No bueno.
So when Bubba and I are working on the whatchamacallit.
I said the whatchamacallit? I cannot wait to hear commentators screaming this one. Now Zeta going for the whatchamacallit. Every casual fan that is watching wrestling that day is going to be like, man, these guys are such freaking amateurs. They don't even know her finisher name. What the?
Danny, are you allowed in the ring? You're useless.
Oh my God. Bubba's like, man, you still can't wrestle? Hit the weights, get a clue. That classic Bully Ray coming out of him, which all results in a heated confrontation between Bubba Ray and Chris Island.
I wasn't talking to you. If I wanted your opinion, I would have gave it to you. I would have gave it to you. I would have gave it to you. Coach. I would have gave it to you. Don't call your coach.
Although obviously, jokes aside, I do understand why he stood up for Danny right there, because Bully can be a bit of a bully.
You're getting yourself buried, and now you had to call your coach? Says a lot about you and your future. What happened? Nothing happened. Go back to training your students.
I feel like this would be more impactful if Bubba Ray had any politicking power anywhere, but he really doesn't.
And that was it. I'll stand up for Danny anywhere, to anybody. And I mean that.
I'm familiar with his game. I know bro is just trying to hit, okay? I'm familiar with this. This 442 right here. We've seen this one before.
Dear God, that's what's wrong with this generation. You, look in the mirror.
It's integrity.
What integrity? Don't get involved in other people's business.
integrity.
Old Grandpa Bubba is like, that's what's wrong with today's generation. Too much defending people and not enough massaging.
I don't think Chris was in the wrong. I'll be honest. I think he was fine.
And that right there, folks, is Mickie James putting the final nail in her tombstone. As respectable as that is, you've made an enemy out of Bubba and Taker now. You know what happens next. For the matches, Bubba chooses Xena and Cutler. Mickie has no choice but to pick Chris and Serena because, well, she's down to an injury and a flu. Taker chooses Bayley and Elijah, who were maybe my most anticipated of this episode. I feel like from everything I've seen of Bayley Humphrey so far, she's such a strong standout in her lack of experience. And, well, Elijah Holyfield is the son of Evander, so you get it.
Go out there and show them what a signature move really supposed to look like.
This match is pretty solid between two men who very well could be at WrestleMania someday.
On the back of Cutler James. Still plenty of time left.
We then see Cutler James winding up for the upper Cutler, but unfortunately Knight fell eventually because he took too long and everyone went home. So. Also, by the way, Cutler James, this is your wake-up taunt, the old WWE 2K19, the old...
Boom, boom, boom. Cutler James to hit that upper Cutler and he connected. Well, as requested by DDP.
I'm not wild about it personally, but Anthony Luke's finisher, the LCA, is pretty slick and ends up picking up the W.
All right.
Alicia Taylor then asks Booker if he was proud of Anthony Luke.
Oh, hell yeah. A pop-up Iranagi? I mean, that's innovative. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
He has to be being sarcastic, right? I could have sworn someone has done this as a signature before. I could have sworn. Anyway, Booker loved it, and Bubba also compliments Cutler along with DDP, who says, you guys did great.
Introducing first, representing Team Booker T.
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me.
Tell you what though, JB, if looks could kill.
Now, Vic, I'm gonna give you 0 fucking seconds to apologize before I make you look like Ellsworth.
Representing Team Bubba Ray from Lviv, Ukraine.
I also want to go ahead and say, while Xena Sterling was making her entrance, I had no idea she was from Ukraine. Like, that caught me off guard. Undertaker then also goes ahead and says Xena might be a dark horse, and I feel like dark horse is the wrong description because she's been pretty consistent. The judges are also popped by Xena hitting the good old trip-up spot.
She did not hit her with the old trip. She hit her with the trip.
The shoe spot.
Lee then hits her signature.
Wait a minute, that big power slam connected.
That is. Oh, hell. Come on, Rel.
Albeit a little basic, but it gets a near fall. But Xena Sterling hits her finisher for the win after selling her arm the whole match. Some very impressive selling from Xena.
Xena has not stopped selling her arm the whole time.
Here it comes. Here's the tilt-a-whirl side slam.
Oh, that's what she was going for.
That tilt-a-whirl, she calls it the whatchamacallit.
Let's go, Xena. Xena doesn't suck.
This girl's got charisma.
That chick's gonna be a star.
DDP, DDJ, let's f***ing go.
Lee, you look amazing in your gear. Xena, you passed the test with flying colors.
Now, Lee, you look good. Now, Xena, wow. But I still, all jokes aside, think Lee is going to be a star too. She's just got to work on a few things. And then Booker very much shares the sentiment by going ahead and saying, you did great, but you could still do better.
Did you do a bad job? Not at all. You did a really, really good job. Could you have done better? That's what I'm looking for.
Then Taker's all like, yeah, I'd be about tired of hearing that I look good too.
You look great in your gear. If I was you, I'd be about tired of hearing that. But there is an energy that has to match your look.
Lee also says that she'd like to start getting compliments on her in-ring work rather than just, you look good.
I just wanted for the first time my feedback to be about wrestling. Just tell me whether or not when I step into the ring, if I have it.
But then Lee gets emotional, saying she got the wind knocked out of her during the match and she was just fighting through before Mickie offers her some comfort along with the rest of the legends.
I just, at that point, I was just focusing on making sure I was safe in hitting the power slam. But it's okay. It's okay. Well, I got like the wind knocked out of me. I was just trying to catch up a little bit.
I just want to make sure you're okay first and foremost. You know what I mean?
DDP also weighs in with some very Yoda-style advice.
Don't get in your head on the negative. Get in your head on the positive, what you're doing great, take that to the next level, and go outside your box. Different that.
And then Undertaker goes into Grim Reaper mode because this next one, well, it could get heated.
This could be, this could be really good, or this could be a train wreck. I think they got a little off-screen heat too.
Well, I can understand why, because Chris Island's got a big mouth.
Oh, okay.
Genuine question, as I've just yeeted as I said that. Genuine question, is there anyone Chris Island doesn't have heat with on this show?
Tilt-a-whirl knee, right connected. Good night.
But I will give credit where it's due. Your finisher is fired. Nikki and DDP say that was great. A really strong showing out there.
I thought that was really well done.
They did a good job. They took their time.
The compliments continue and then Undertaker leans forward LeBron style.
You're lucky that I am retired. If I was to work with you and you got in the ring with that chain and those earrings in, I would rip them out.
Big f***ing deal.
But I'm not looking at anything because of that shiny around your neck and in your ears.
Yes, sir.
Get rid of it and get rid of it quick.
Oh, but we don't slow down there.
Good news, bad news. Which one you want first?
Bad news.
A rude, disrespectful kid earlier today, and you have not offered up any apology up until this moment. Smarten up and smarten up quick. Otherwise, you have a personal target on your back.
I've been saying. But also in the defense of Chris Island, he's 21. I mean, how many wrestlers started young with an attitude and then humbled out? He still gets compliments from Bubba saying, you did a great job, but humble yourself before someone does it for you.
This is shades of green.
Please make sure everybody comes out okay and alive.
To pull out a Molly go round, it was a little nerve-wracking because that could have went way south.
The idea of the judges praying and being like, oh my god, I think she might kill someone in the ring before your match is low-key hilarious.
Bring in the... That's okay.
That's all right. Okay.
Oh, okay, no, never mind. They were pretty justified.
These superstars, I want to focus in on Serena because she had actually a little extra.
Now, Miss Olympic gold medalist, did last week teach you nothing? But seconds into this match, Serena Linton goes ahead and messes up her spot falling out of the ring, and I damn near thought that she was concussed.
Tonight all about signature moves. Ooh, wow. Can she do it?
Yes! That was pretty. That was pretty.
Damn near perfect Molly go round. That's what's up, Serena. We then see Bayley Humphrey hit her with the Carly Vice grip and a slam for the win to the delight of the dead man.
Humphrey staring a hole into all the legends. Slams her down, Bayley.
Yes.
Bayley Humphrey, a star in the making, man, I'm telling you now. Even down to the small detail of her wiping her boots after winning. She gets it, man. I also had to go ahead and double take at this part of the episode because I said, what the hell is Jamie Hayter doing in the NXT zone? Undertaker and Mickey James are both incredibly proud, and DDP is also very proud of them too.
Like, I put my hood up just so that I could be mean, and I can't even be mean. That is really impressive.
Great job. Pick up your right hands, both of you. Give yourself a self-high five.
We then get a somewhat final wholesome moment with Bubba.
Bayley, if you had a bet $1, what do you think I thought of your match?
That it was just okay.
Honestly, she's so real for that. I would have said the same thing. But in the end, Bubba goes ahead and gives Serena Linton a hug. Aww.
No, no hug. Just a high five. All right, I'll give you a hug.
We also then see Molly Holly and Serena in another very wholesome scene.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
I just wanted to make you proud, and I really hope I did.
You did make me proud. It was amazing.
But it's not over yet. It's time to see who got the points this week. Booker says that Anthony Luke did a hell of a job with his finisher. Mickey says Serena Linton with the way she asked Molly Holly if she could use the finisher but also nailed it. Taker goes ahead and says Elijah Holyfield, but everybody should be proud. Bubba goes ahead and says everybody took a step forward today, but ultimately DDP giving his first point to...
I'm giving that point to Anthony. He caught me off guard, and that's my thing. I want to be surprised.
And then he also goes ahead and gives his second point to...
As far as the ladies, I mean, again, it was very tough all the way through, but Serena, you...
And I don't think you can really argue with that today. There was a lot of standouts in today's episode, but overall, I think he chose the right people.
I feel like this keeps happening. Like, I hear great things right after my match, and then it comes time to give the point, and for some reason, Chris Island didn't do enough again, but...
Yeah, maybe if you shut the f up once in a while, Chris, I don't know. Here is a look at the LFG scoreboard for the end of this episode. Team Taker and Team Booker are neck and neck. And in the closing teaser for next week, we got some exciting news.
Get together as a cohesive unit.
I'm back, coach. I'm back.
Seemingly, BJ Ray is back and Devon Dudley is here. Oh, my brother. Testify.